recording for Spirit Earth Ministries Land Healing Call on June 30th and 2018. And feel free to add anything that comes up for you to be healed in this call. I'm going to start by calling in my spirit team and scout team out into all the lands I serve today, into all the lands I ever serve, into all the lands I ever will serve. Peace, make, and request permissions to heal in this way. And I ask you to call in whatever spirits and allies will bring beneficial healing to this call. I thought this call was just going to be a simple land healing for the people on the call, but it turns out to be related to the protests and anger around human rights being violated. And so I'm just going to read all the cards and rock people and tree people messages that have come up and open doors for clearing and healing as serves highest good. For all the people protesting and protecting human rights, for all the people that have suffered and been mistreated in any way, and for all the lands where blood has been shed, all the lands that need the release of all this pent-up anger and emotion. The first rock that's calling to me is an opening the heartstone. And on the back it says, releasing an ocean of tears, transformed into an ocean of loving, flowing light. And I open up the door and welcome in Grandmother Ocean. A lot of this call is based on Ho'oponopono, forgiveness, releasing, allowing, and clearing as serves highest good. So as we release the emotions that come up, we're giving them the love and attention that they require, because we're not burying anything, we're not sweeping it under the rug, we're bringing it up and releasing it because it's no longer in our lives. And this is a Sami clearing rock. It's painted on driftwood, and this symbol simply clears everything over your doorway and out of your life. When you pass through this symbol, walk through this symbol, it clears what no longer serves, it clears what's holding you back. And a lot of the stones that came are all clearing stones, grounding stones, and balancing stones. This stone that came in is a smoky quartz geode. And it's just good for grounding out all that negative energy. It's a protection in the way that protection doesn't set up walls around you, but it simply clears it away. It falls away from you. This one is, these are grapes, and they're made of ametrine, which is amethyst and citrine. And as grapes, they're abundance, they're the fruit of the vine, they're the nourishment. And at the same time, they're balancing, they're clearing, they balance the masculine and feminine, they balance all aspects of your life, mind, body, and soul, and your emotions. It releases negativity. Supposedly, it also releases weight and addictions. So I'm opening the door of ametrine, amethyst, and citrine to release all those things that we are ready to let go, all those things that don't serve us, all those things that have been plaguing us, and create a harmonious blend of healing, a harmonious blend of masculine and feminine. Harmonize our bodies, our mind, our spirit on all levels, and bring in love and light. Apparently, citrine also brings in joy. So when all of these energies are harmonized, then the joy comes in.
I feel more joyous than before we started the meeting, just so you know.
Good. The first card that I drew today is Aqua 1, and I call this Neptune. Neptune is very high in my astrology chart. And when I draw this card, it calls on me to call in the energy of Neptune and my highest self. And I generally say, Spirit that I am, please flow through me your loving, healing light as serves highest good. And I allow the energy to flow in my body. And at this point, I'm going to call my typical land clearing. So if you are comfortable with Archangel Michael, I'm calling him. And if someone better, including the land spirits themselves, would like to clear the land, that is perfectly fine. Just call it in. So Archangel Michael, please stand guard over my doors and run a clearing on all the lands, all the spaces we care for today, all the energies we care for today, opening a door of love and light and elevation for all those energies ready to elevate and move on to highest good. Calling on Archangel Metatron and Saint Germain in the violet flame. Run a Bagua clearing, clean and clear all energies, transmute all energies that do not serve highest good. Harmonize. I'm not harmonizing anything. just do the Bagua clearing. If I can't say it, I'm not meant to say it.
No, you're doing great. It's great.
Calling in our ancestors. This is my grandmother's dinner bell. She actually used to ring it at dinner. Greetings, grandmother. Greetings to my ancestors, to all our ancestors, all who have paved the way before us, all who have suffered. May we clear and release them from their suffering. May we bring in the love and light and care that they need. Oh, and that happens to be next to my nurturing symbol and my owl. This is my owl, Athena owl. And I ask that we have the wisdom of our ancestors to support us, and also the nurturing of our ancestors to support us. We can accept that, having cleared away all their burdens and all their suffering. These offerings from our ancestors are clean and clear, true and strong, that we may have the wisdom to know when to stand strong and the wisdom to know when to let go and release.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
This is watermelon tourmaline, and I'm calling in the energy of watermelon tourmaline. To soften the heart and clean and clear all energies that prevent our heart from opening up to love and light, from allowing others to open up to love and light and their joy as well. I'm calling in the guardians of the land and the guardians of the universe. These two stones that I have, one I call my dragon eye. It watches and clears, and it uses care in the words that we use each day. So may we have the blessings of using care with our words, that our words may bring love to the situation and diffuse the situation rather than exacerbating it. And the nurturing stones are going crazy today. These are two
Do you,
different types of nurturing stones that also decided to come.
I'm sorry to interfere, but do you see yourself on video? Do you see the rays, how they are falling right at you
The
through the leaf?
sunlight has come through
It's
the
beautiful.
tree.
It's just beautiful, like the God, I'm here and I'm shining on you.
And this happens to be nurturing from the heavens above. This is cosmic nurturing. and, and that happened just as I picked up that stone.
Talk
So
about
calling in the network of sacred gathering spaces throughout the universe, I call you and ask you to support all the people who hear this clearing, all the people who are bringing in love and light to the situations on this planet right now. And I'm calling in for cosmic nurturing from the universe. And this is the rainbow of light nurturing symbol. So I'm calling in all the rays of light, opening up the symbol of sacred geometry, of Solomon's seal, to bring in that pearlescent white light and saturate the land and all the spaces around with loving community, and spreading that loving community throughout the world. Calling in the land of the golden ray to bring in the perfect combination of heaven to each space, to each person, to each being, as serves highest good, and saturating the world with gentle love. Calling in the violet ray and Saint Germain to bring in the violet flame and clean and clear all energies that no longer serve highest good. These are the rays that I work with the most. Feel free to call in the rays that you work with here to help heal the land. This is the tiger eye stone, and it brings courage to stand in your truth, courage to stand up for what's right, courage to know the truth of yourself and to let go and release anything that is not your truth and let it drop away. And right next to this is Lord Ganesh, remover of all obstacles. And I thank you, Lord Ganesh, for coming here and clearing our path and removing obstacles. And of course, next to that is my quiver bird. This always amazes me how they just land together because I don't put them that way. I'm opening the door to my quiver birds who are offering their energy to sweep the path before you. Assist Lord Ganesh in clearing all obstacles in the path before you and escorting the abundance that you desire into your field. Next to that is beaver. This is a piece of driftwood. And beaver has a quiet tenacity. This is what I do. This is who I am. And no matter if the flow of water tears down its dam, it continues on its journey to build a safe place, to create a den for its family. That's the whole point of a beaver dam. And so beavers have this tenacity to know what's right for themselves. And I open this door of beaver that you may know what is right for you and have the tenacity to stick with it and to let everything else go. The beaver doesn't stand at you and fight you. The beaver simply says, this is what I do. And the beaver will turn its back on you and just continue its work because it knows it's here for a purpose. And it knows its family is here to bring love and light to this world. And there's no question as to why beaver is here. And I offer you this point of view. There is no question to why you are here. You are here because you bring something so special.
Oh, now I became emotional. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
When I painted that stone, I was crying tears. The next card is Luminous Black 2. No, this is Luminous Black 1, sorry. And this is the card of the universe being a seed of greatness. And we are now planting the seeds of what we desire, planting the seeds of heaven on earth. And this card asks you, what is it that you want to seed in this world? What is it that you want to plant in this world? What is it that you want to reap from this world? And it asks you to plant those seeds today. Okay. This card is Aqua 2. It's a person of drowning in tears of sorrow and aloneness and grief. And I open a door to bring love and light to care for all the grief you have experienced, all the sorrow you have seen around you, all the fears that you have for the future generations, and all the suffering and trauma your ancestors went through. And this is over here by all the nurturing stones and by my welcoming committee. So I am inviting my welcoming committee of pearl and black onyx to assist you in all the spaces where you cannot feel the grief, where you cannot let that grief come up and be released. And this welcoming committee goes out to all those spaces that you just can't quite touch yet. And it welcomes them with love and light. It welcomes the darkness with love and light. And it brings it back into community. So one day you can look at those spaces of grief and release it to in the ocean of tears and transform it into that ocean of loving light. And the last card is for the Black Rainbow 2. When the storm is very great and it seems very great and it is all you can do to hold on to the steering wheel of life, and you can only focus ahead because your boat is rocking so hard. And it calls in the rainbow of light, love from the universe, the plant spirits, the fairies, God and Goddess, all those energies of love and light that desire to assist you and support you. It calls in your guardians, whether you know they exist or not, and says, hey, get on board with me, support me through this time. So I call in the guardians of all the lands I care for today. And I ask you to stand with us and support all the people who are bringing love and light onto situations to help us create a beautiful world where human rights of every person, every being, every place are acknowledged and supported. Okay, so I'm just running with energy. To me, that is the end of the call. If you have anything, I'm just letting this energy run because I can't do anything else.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you, Rita. Um, I I got really emotional with in the middle when you showed after the owl. Um, but in general, much more peaceful. I became much more peaceful than like aware but peaceful than before the call. Like after meditating, like my mind chatter just stopped.
Beautiful. I'm so glad you could be on this call.
Me too. I'm gonna be on everyone from now on.
Now that I have made it accessible to you. Blessings and thanks to all
Such
of
a
us.
joy. Thank
Blessings.
you so much.
Oh, I forgot to say, I'm sitting and doing this call in a circle of trees in my garden. Blessings and thanks to Birch Tree for helping us create new beginnings. Blessings and thanks for Elder Tree for caring for our ancestors and helping us with the breath of life and beautiful elder flowers bringing in blossoms and joy into our life, and the beautiful elderberries for making elderberry syrup and cough medicine in our lives. And then facing me is our Deodar cedar, standing strong. And it's the strong support of grounding when I find I cannot ground any longer. So I offer all of these energies to call on when you have need. Blessings and thanks from spiritearthministries.com.